Hello everyone, welcome to another fly tying session with me. This time I thought that I would tie a fly that have given me the best salmon fishing day in my whole life. I caught 3 nice salmon and lost one and had one take in one afternoon, and that was a day that I will never forget in northern Norway. So I will tie that fly a little bit differently, but it was a classic black and orange salmon fly, which the salmon in that river seemed to really love that day. It was all in the same pool as well. And here I put on a black medium Fitz tubing and extra small Fitz tubing in fluorescent orange, black and orange, as we said that the fly was gonna be. So I don't know if there's any name on this fly. I usually don't tie my bodies fancy in any way, because I put most of my energy on the wings and the hackles and the amount of dubbing to create the right form of my flies. But this one I will make a little bit nicer. Start as Michael Fredin with the Mirage tinsel. Like that. Lock it in, which can be easier said than done because it wants to stay stuck on my fingers, like that. And then I will take I rarely use tails on my flies either, but on this one I will make a fake tail by adding just a little bit of orange dubbing, which is tied very tightly like this. It's too far back. Don't want to hide the Mirage tinsel like this, and then I just brush out a few strands like this. That is one flashy butt. As you can see, nothing fancy, but a lot more than I usually do. And I will use sea light silver ribbing. And then as a back body, the color of it will be charcoal black, also SSS sprayed, which are my favorites. So black and orange and little silver color on the body. Start to wind it on, get it close to where you tied in the dubbing. Then we just work our way forward. I always go further than where I'm starting with my dubbing, because if we do it like that, the fly gets really durable, because this SSS braid will never come loose. And now I take SSS regular dubbing in hot orange in flames and start to build a front body here and cover where you tied in the braid, as always. And then I try to make this thicker and thicker the closer to the head that I get. So this helps with the natural drop form of the fly. Something like this. Now for the silver ribbing, and I try to bring the strands from the dubbing forward so I get a clean body here to start winding on the ribbing, so I don't pinch down too much of the dubbing. Like that. Lock it in the few turns, and then we fold it back and we lock it in with a few more turns, so it gets nice and durable. And now to the dubbing brush. Let's take this brush out, the orange, hot orange in flames, and I do this so hard so the vise slides on my table. I hope that it's still in focus, otherwise the whole fly tying film will be ruined somewhere there, I hope. That looks good, I think. And now we're going to start with the yellow wing. Yellow wing, this looks like yellow to you. Nope. An orange wing, of course. If we're going to tie a black and orange fly, we're going to use black and orange hair, not yellow. Take a nice piece. Take my little comb, take away some of the fluff and the shorter strands. and pinch it between my thumb and the index finger so it gets wide like this, and then I taper it by pulling in the middle like this, fewer and fewer strands. It looks pretty good. Check the length, about there, and then we make a loose turn and we pull down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pretty hard turns, and then I pull it down on the sides so I get a wide wing. Looks pretty good. Like that. Then I've moistened it a bit so it gets out of the way when I clean up the excess. Like that. Now we will take some hot orange in flames, SSS angel hair. Just a few strands to get some color, not color, but some flash in here and some fluorescence. So one turn wide, fold it back, try to make them wide over your wing. I think that looks pretty good. And then I cut off the strands in different lengths, and as always on my flies I cut them off longer than the wing to be seen under the next wing, like that. Now it's time for a black wing. Or I could put the orange hackle on here first and then tie on the black wing. I think that I will do it that way instead. So here I have a soft grizzly hackle, which I will put on, and I will use some glue to secure this wing. Because we want a durable fly that we can fish for many years and hopefully catch many fishes with the same fly. This is a rather fluffy hackle, which I really like because I will put on a extra small cone head on this fly so that soft materials will move in the water and not collapse, because soft materials tend to slim down very much in the water if you don't have anything to push it out or hold it up. Some use polar bear and all kinds of materials, but I use the turbo cone heads. and I really like them, and I like the colors. This is a spring fly, as you might notice, because, and that's, I don't think I have one film where I haven't broken the stem on the fly. That's the turns we got. Take away a little bit of it, so don't get too much on my side, and then lock it in. Pull back the fibers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. Pretty hard. Scissors. Like that, and then I use my little comb to see that the strands are evenly spread around the body. And it looks, so far it looks really good, and I'm very happy with this fly. And now it's time for the black wing, which of course will be a little bit longer than the orange wing, to create a nice taper. And let's see here. With what we can find. This will be good. This black hair is fantastic. The orange too. This orange hair I got from Snoddas. Thank you very much, Dana. And the black hair, I don't remember where I got it from. I have had it for a very long time, but don't use it so much because it's so nice. And just taper this a little bit in the middle, like that. And then we tie it in, check the length. I think that looks good. And then I moisten the wing, because if I do that I see exactly how I have tied it in, which means that I can put this easier in position. Loose turn, pull down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can check. I have to pull it down a little bit on my side. And a little bit up on that side. Oh yeah, it looks quite good. Let's cut it off. And now it's time for some jungle cock feathers. And you can choose the size you want them. And I will take these two. Looks really nice. I hope I can attach them without any problems. So I put them side by side so they're the same length, and then take away some of the thin strands down on the stem. And then I check which length I want it on the fly. And this looks really good. And I bend it a little over my fingernail. And then I put it in on my side first. A couple of loose turns. Because if I do it with loose turns, I can adjust it afterwards if I'm not happy with how it sits. And we take the other one and we try to put that exactly the same length and on the same spot where we tied in the other one. And that did not work, so I will try it again. This first one on my side looks really good, so this one has to be the same. That's about the same length. And now let me tie you in. Oh yeah, that's better. I'm gonna pull it down a little bit. Just make sure so I take the right one. Like that. If I take this one and pull it upwards, the feather wants to go that way, and if I take it and pull it down here, the feather wants to go that way. But now they sit quite good. So leave it be. It's not that important. Only for the fishermen, as Michael used to say. But it looks so much better. But it's an expensive habit. I think. And we lock that in with some super glue. Yeah, this is gonna be a nice fly. Hope it will give me a day like it did many years ago. And a little bit of extra glue. Like that. And now the only thing that is left is a black soft feather and a tungsten turbo cone head. Rainbow from Hackle. Cool names on all the stuff. Hot Orange in Flames. In Flames is a very good Swedish band. So there's a lot of cool names. Now I have cut up some black soft hackles here. So we will start with this one because I want the soft part from this feather too. And the first ones are a little bit stiffer. And then at the end, the soft part comes, which is exactly as I like it. And let's see if this stem stays whole the whole time. That would be a miracle. So hold the strands back as close to the wing as possible on the first turn, and then we work our way forward pretty close to the first turn, and then we work our way down towards the extra small tubing where we will make the last turns. Like that. And lock it in. One, two, three, 4, 5, and the fly is almost done. I will just comb things through. See, start with a black little hackle. It looks good. And then I just brush the wing a little bit to see that it's looks really good, I think. Now, when we have gotten this far, we have tied the fly is almost done. I chose the rainbow from Hell cone head, which looks like this. And they all of them are a bit different because it's like oil. When a little bit of oil gets on the water from a car, for example, you know how the color gets, and this is those kind of colors, and I really like them. And this will sit on my nice. I think so. You decide for yourself, but I think that this fly turned out really well, and it will fish really good. It will swim very good in the water. Put some glue on the thread. Try to tie it in on the same place. Like that, and then we take, as I always say, Nicholas Bauer's pike fly tube and push in the cone head. Like that. Scissors, pair of scissors is the correct. And then I take it out of the vise, blow in the back, and check it out. As you can see, it's a quite wide wing, and the orange and the black, I think that it's looking really good, and it's very chaotic symmetry, which I like in my flies. I've told you before, and some black in the body and some orange and a little bit of mirage tinsel in the back, and then a clean part for the hook. Now we just have to cut off the extra small tubing, leave 2 millimeters, and melt that down a little by little, slowly. And as always, I take my fits dubbing needle, and I make sure that I get a good hole in it, and I'm quite satisfied with this fly. It will swim beautifully with this soft wing, a soft hackle, and the hot orange, rainbow from hell cone head to push out the water that hits this cone. Will go out like this and then will come in again. So with this soft material, if you don't want it to be like just like a in the water, use a cone head that will spread the water, create turbulence. Yeah, I'm very happy with this fly. And I forgot one thing, that I was supposed to put some Mikkeli blue angel hair on top, maybe 3 to 5 folded strands, but this one gets to be a little more natural. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this kind of content. Then you can just click this button here, and if you want to see another movie that I've made, you can just click up here. Thank you and goodbye.